welcome to Land Rover Hinsdale again. It's Dan Gallovich. Just wanted to talk about the new Defender 90 today, give you some insight on some of the new features and the exciting debut of the car that pretty much started it all for Land Rover. The Defender 90 gets its name by the old vehicle that used to where the Defender nameplate had a 90-inch wheelbase, but the new car is a little bit bigger. So it has a little bit longer wheelbase, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But just starting out, this is a Defender 90 X Dynamic HSE. So fairly well-equipped vehicle. One of the new features on this car is the extended black package, which they offered for the first time in 22. Really blacks out all the vehicle, all the trim pieces on the car, the Defender nameplate, the wheels, the badging. Really makes it stand out. Really makes it stand out in this new car. So that's one of the new features offered on the new 22s. Still the same engines available for the 90 versus the 110s. Highly anticipated V8 is due out pretty soon too. So just wait and see, and that'll be coming soon. So just walking around the car again, we have the two-door, so it's a larger entry and exit point getting into the car. It's a little bit easier to get into, but shorter overall. 90 being the shorter car will be a better off-road car just because it has a little bit better ground clearance versus the 110, and goes back to the original car of having the best off-road capability that we have in all of our vehicles. In the back, still retains the tire on the back, the uniqueness of the car to pay homage to the old vehicle as well. Pretty exciting that they carried that over from the old vehicles. The Defender 90 got its name from having a 90-inch wheelbase on the old vehicle, but on the new cars, it's actually 101.9 inches on the 90 and 119 inches on the Defender 110. So the names are really just to remind us what the old cars were called, and they carried over the nameplates for the new vehicles. So Land Rover continues to use their Ingenium engines in the Defender 90. It is a 3-liter, 395 horsepower engine, 48-volt battery power, turbocharged and supercharged engine. So very efficient and very powerful for the size engine. And they went back to an inline 6 versus the V6s that they've had for quite some time. Just better, smoother balanced engine, and runs a lot smoother. So we're really excited to have this engine, and it's a great engine for this vehicle. This Defender 90 is also equipped with the black 22-inch rims, which are a highly sought after option on this vehicle. Really makes it stand out, especially with the black package. Just a great option for this car. One of the new features in the Defenders now is the addition of the 11.4-inch screen option. Still the same graphics and technology that was in the other vehicles, just that it's a much larger screen, much easier to see. Just has a larger view, and all the functionality and technology is the same, just that just have a larger viewing area. It still retains the surround cameras that we've had. And still the phone connectivity, the Apple CarPlay / Android Auto is still available, and a standard feature on the new Defenders as well. So the Defender 90 carries over with some of the features that were in the 110. If we look up, we have the clear sight rear view mirror, which has an unobstructed view of the vehicles and what's behind you versus actually looking in the backup camera, because it can be on all the time when you're driving. And you can also flip the mirror back to a regular mirror if you'd like as well. If you have little guys sitting back there, you just need to see what's in the back seat. but otherwise you can keep that on all the time. You can also, on the main screen, have your cameras on and those views that we were talking about earlier, up to 20 miles an hour. So if you're in a place that's filled with obstacles, you can actually look and have a second set of eyes while you're on the road. You can also go to the off-road mode, which gives you the wheel placement, the turning of the wheels, the articulation of the wheels, and also eyes on both sides of the car and right in front. It's a pretty neat view. And you can flip back and forth between those views as you're driving. Another cool feature about this car is that it has the auto hold feature. So as we stop, right up on the dashboard, it says hold. So I can actually take my foot off the brake while we're sitting at a light or a stop sign and basically just rest your foot, and when we're ready to go, just take off normally. So that not only helps in an on-road situation, but in an off-road situation certainly, because if you're on a hill or pointing downwards, you don't have to hold your foot on the brake until you decide what you want to do. That can be a feature that's turned on and off, just in case the conditions might not warrant that, or you can turn it on if you have it off, and it will help you rest your leg in heavy traffic. This vehicle does also have the panoramic roof. So right now we do have it open, and we can open it up to the sky as well with a vent and a slide feature. Also available is a fabric roof, which takes the place of the sunroof, which would not be solid, so you couldn't see through it, but it does open a little bit more to the sky and kind of goes back to the soft top days of the old 90. We also do, on a bright day, have a solid shade that will cover up the sunroof, which can be stopped anywhere, either halfway or all the way if you wanted to cover up the back passengers and not the front passengers. Another cool feature that carries over into the Defender 90 versus the 110 is the wade sensing. Really cool feature of the vehicle. It has sensors built into the mirrors pointing straight down so that the car can actually go through almost 3 feet of water, and you'll know the depth of the water as you're going through based on the display on the screen. So you don't want to overdrive the car, and that would help you to know how deep of water you're going through and know when to turn back if you need to.